when you hear the term master, you're technically hearing two things, a double connotation. One being master who is over a slave, and then also you have master meaning an admirable figure, one who is to be aspired to become, the type of person that you want to follow in the footsteps of, a master, one who is looked upon with great renown, with a sense of respect, even awe, dare I say. So now the quest becomes, as a people, as a planet, how do we get into what is called the master's fold? How do we belong to what is donned the super rich, the super wealthy, who are donned the masters of the universe pertaining to all that is known, the masters of all that is known, the rulers of all that is known? How do we enter the master's fold? Well, one of three things has to be recognized. One is we have to understand that the term master was made into an archetype. It was made into an archetype, but it was originally created to be a paradigm dissolver. The first thing when you're entering the master's fold is you have to understand the term master was made into an archetype by men, but created by the all to be a paradigm dissolver. With an archetype, you're assigning the term master only to select individuals who were outstanding in their vocation, enough to be known throughout the ages, enough to be markers for history, enough to be record makers and record breakers. These are the only ones considered in the classification of the term master. Man, in his search for social dominance, made archetypes, figureheads, people, personas out of what is deemed the master. Whether this person be a libertarian or a dictator, the term master is assigned to both. But the all, what and who we call God, originally created anyone who is considered or looked upon as a master to be a paradigm dissolver. What makes the master is not that they are masterful in following a certain pattern, but they're masterful in creating their own pattern. This term master is linked up with originality. Originality is the backdrop to the term master. So you don't have an archetype as its genuine meaning, but really a creative change, a standard deviation from the norm. The second thing is, as a result of this, you get clones versus originals. With the subscription to the archetype idea, you have those that want to embody that archetype, thereby being clones, rather than being their own masters in their own class, being archetypes themselves, representations, clones of archetypes, rather than to be self-styled masters, paradigm dissolvers. And finally, what this does when operated effectively is it creates the elimination of separation. Getting into the master's fold creates the elimination of separation. It's the archetypes and the classism that creates these chasms, these page breaks, these lines, these slashes, these hyphens in between people. But when we're entering unity, we have to eliminate the separation when it comes to categorization of different peoples. It's enough to identify their uniqueness, but to classify them and to put them in a box, we go astray. So these three things will help you understand what the master's fold is, because there is a master's realm and a master's plane right here in this 3D dimension that we live on, and you can enter it by understanding and applying these principles. This is Super T Sigma with Sigma Program, and I thank you for your time and attention. Reaching is teaching. If it takes 1 million videos to reach 1 million views, so be it. Namaste. Know yourself, for yourself, and in the meantime, continue to vibrate high, people. Peace.